Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Thursday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 to show you a fun new project. So, can you believe we are 1 week away from our first weekend retreat, and then the following Thursday is our second fall weekend retreat? Everything is not 100% done, but I plan to have everything done on Sunday. My husband is actually already starting to clear out the garage. So he started today and he'll probably finish sometime this weekend. It doesn't take him long, but there's a lot of big things that I can't help him with anymore. So we have to wait until our son in law is available to come over and help him. So, retreat is in full swing, and next Thursday I will not be live because usually we're ordering dinner or eating right at 7. So, I don't want to miss anything and then be late. So, I just cancel my Thursday Facebook Lives for the next 2 weeks since it is retreat time. So, hopefully, you guys had a great day. I did. I got out into the craft room a little bit this morning, and then I had to meet my girlfriend in Scottsdale this afternoon and came home and got ready for the Facebook Live. And I think you guys might kill me just a smidgen, but it's so cute. I couldn't resist doing this specific cut. If anybody knows me, I am not the biggest fan of 3/16ths and 9/12ths and whatever all of those little tiny things are. I like my quarter, my half, my 3/4, my whole. So that's what I usually go to because I know those. I should venture out a little bit more, but I don't because I don't want to use my brain a lot of the times. It's just easy to cut exactly what you know you're cutting. So, but tonight's card is a 3/16 inch mark. I will show you on my little handy dandy cheater ruler, and I will cut some of the paper for you as well. So we will do it together and we will learn together. I can't guarantee you'll remember it tomorrow, but you can always rewatch the Facebook Live. So if you're just logging on, say hi so I know you're here. I am going to go ahead and flip you over so we can start looking at all of our fun stuff. I just want to make sure we are live. Did you guys see my cute little puppy that I posted on Facebook today? There we go. We are live. That's Walter White. He is my crafting best friend. He is always out here with me. So that was him. So here is the stamp set that we're going to be using. Give me 1 second. I just need to turn off my Bluetooth because my earbuds just connected to my iPad and I want them to stay on my computer. So this Celebrate with Tags is in the annual catalog, and I like it because it has a nice big happy birthday. I love this Merry Christmas. I am definitely a Merry Christmas type of girl. You can do tags with it because it has the to and from. We have Be Jolly, XOXO for Valentine's Day. Let's celebrate you. This could be retirement, birthday, really anything. Some hearts for Valentine's Day, some mittens for winter. And you can definitely stamp the inside with Made with Love, or you can stamp the back of your envelope with this as well. So, and then the little balloon. So I really like this set. And I decided to bring in the Tailored Made dies. You have two different sets of dies. So you have one that has more of a prettier border, and then you have one that has more of a block border, I would call that. So I used this one and this one. So I used the second and third largest or smallest. So you can kind of go either way. So these are the two that I used. I already cut them out for us, but I just wanted to show you that. And then let's bring in the designer series paper. So I know I've used this a lot. This is a set that I am focusing on for the retreat make and takes. So I have already cut all of the designer series paper I need for the retreat, but it is so beautiful. Like I can't stop using it. It is so much fun. So there's lots of different designs. I don't think I have all of them left, but I'll show you what I do have. So you have the nice, bright, beautiful florals on one side, and then the other side is just kind of like a watercolor look. You can stamp on this and die cut it out, or you can use it as your background as well. So that it's absolutely phenomenal in person. I don't think the video does it justice. Good evening, Heather. Welcome. And I am going to show you how to cut some stuff really quick before I show you the card. So this piece, it was 12 by 12, and I cut it down to, it's 8 inches by 12. I was using this for some card fronts for the retreats, so I kind of already know that this is at 8 inches. But if it was 12, you would cut it at 8 to get one 4 by 5 and a quarter. But this one, I'm just going to go ahead and cut at 4 inches. So now I have two 4-inch pieces. I'm going to set one aside because I just want to show you on one piece. I'm going to come in and cut this at 5 and a quarter. And I'm going to cut this down at 5 and a quarter again. So now I am left with this little tiny piece. 9 times out of 10, that piece ends up in the trash, or it ends up, if I have enough of them, it will end up in my BOGO sale. So all of my scratch extra pieces of paper go into one little sleeve, and then we sell it in the BOGO. But I am going to show you how to make a card using these little pieces. So let's close that because we don't need that anymore. And I'm going to bring in my handy dandy ruler. I got this on Amazon, and I think you can get them in a couple different colors. I'm definitely a pink girl, so I got it in pink. We're going to cut this piece that's left over from our 5 by 5 by 4 and a quarter. I'm sorry, our 4 by 5 and a quarter strip. I'm going to cut it at 1 3/16. So here's your 1 inch mark. There's your 1 1/8, which is also another easier one to kind of remember. And it's one little line over from 1 1/8. So I know everybody's probably laughing at me, but I have to look at that, and that's how I know what I'm doing. So on your trimmer, you have 2 different sides for your 1 inch. When I'm doing little tiny pieces, I like to use this side. So I'm going to close the lid so I can show you. So here's your 1 inch, there's your 1 1/8, and the next little line over is your 1 3/16. So I'm going to put my little paper in. So there's your 1 inch, there's your 1 1/8, and scooch it over one more time, and there's your 1 3/16. So we're going to need 4 of these. I have already cut what I needed to do for the lives, but I wanted to show you all of these same 1.5 inch strips that I have left over from cutting for the retreat. There's lots of them, so you can really make some beautiful cards with your scraps. So I am going to take another one and cut it for you, just so you guys don't have to rewind the video 12 times to try to figure it out. So there's your 1 inch. So there's your 1 1/8, and we're going to go one line over. So I'm just going to tuck it down and trim it off. I'll do it one more time. I know you probably are thinking I'm crazy, but I swear to you, I struggle with these. So there we go. And you're going to need 4 of these. You can use all the same pattern if you want, and then you can just kind of flip them over so you get a different look. I went ahead and did all in different patterns, but the pattern side up. Okay, that's how we cut the paper. So now I can show you the card, and we can start putting this together. This card isn't one that we're making for the retreat, but if you have an October birthday, you might be getting one of these in the mail. So this is the card we're going to be making. I picked 4 of the matching coordinating cardstock. So this one is Berry Burst. So there's the Berry Burst. Pretty, oh, I did only do 3. Pretty Peacock is the next one, and Calypso Coral. So these are the 3 main colors in the designer series pack. So that's how I picked the cardstock we're going to be using. And the ribbon is in the holiday catalog. It is the white kind of shimmery ribbon. So let's get started. I think I have the Calypso Coral one first. So I'll leave the ink out and bring in all of our little pieces. So I have our thick basic white, and it measures 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. Gonna give that a nice good crease. Set that aside, and I will bring in all of these little pieces. So this is Calypso Coral, and it's 4 by 5 1/4. And here are all 4 of my little 4" by 1 3/16 pieces. I know it's a mouthful. So I am just going to eyeball these. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think that looks actually really good. And I am not going to use our green glue. I love green glue. You either love it or hate it. I love it. But I wanted something where if it accidentally shifted a little bit, I would be able to peel it up for a quick second. So I am using the Stampin' Seal. So I'm just going to put a smidgen at the top and the bottom, and I'm just going to come in and lay this down, trying to keep it all lined up. Then I'm going to go to the next one. And whatever adhesive you guys love, you can use. It's not that I don't love our seal. I'm just not as comfortable with using it as I am the green glue. So if you are in love with the seal or the Seal Plus, use it on everything. But I find the green glue is a little bit better for me. There we go. It's a super easy card to put together. And you're not cutting up your full sheet of 12 by 12. You're using all of your scraps. There we go. Look how easy that is. So I'm just going to flip this over, and I am just going to go ahead and continue to use the seal to put the rest of the card together. You just don't have much wiggle room once it's down. There we go. And let's stamp our sentiments in Calypso Coral. Have my big ol' happy birthday. And it's not a tight squeeze, but it's a smidgen of a tight squeeze. I don't know if a smidgen of a tight squeeze is even proper English, but that's what it is. I'm just going to clean off the stamp set really quick because I don't want to accidentally cross-contaminate my inks when we move to the next color. And this I am going to go ahead and just put down with some more glue. You can line up the holes. I didn't. I kind of lined up the basic white inside, and I used my bow to cover up the holes. You're supposed to put the ribbon through it, but I didn't. I did it my way. So peel these off. Let's put this right in the center. I've already tied my bows. So I'm going to do one in each of the colors that I brought over. And then at the end, I'm going to show you a fun little, remember how I tell you guys that I always do things in bulk? Well, I'm going to show you what I have sitting beside me to finish tomorrow. Sorry, I wanted to get that to cover that little hole. So you might need to add a couple extra little mini glue dots. There we go. Look how easy peasy and super adorable these cards are. And you could definitely put something on the inside if you wanted to. So there's the Calypso Coral. Let's do, this one is Pretty Peacock. I love all these names. So I'm just going to eyeball it and line these up. And I didn't pick all the colors that we had that's in the designer series paper. I just picked 4 pretty much that were right beside me. Okay, that looks okay right there. Scooch that over a smidgen. I keep hitting it. So sometimes you have to play with this tape. And it's probably because I'm not used to using it. I watch other people's lives and they're actually really good with this tape. I don't know why I struggle sometimes. Probably because I'm not super used to it. Scoot that down as the hair. So it's a little tedious making sure all of these are lined up right. And that one I got a little high, but it's okay. I don't think anybody's going to notice. I think that's the trick. I was doing a little check mark, and I think you're supposed to go back. I think that's the trick on these. Perfect. Grab our card base, fold it, give it a good crease. Let's glue this down. Do one in the center. Gotta stand on my tippy toes. There we go. Do our sentiment, our bow, and then we'll have our last card. This one's the Pretty Peacock. There we go. Which one's your favorite so far? Do you like the Calypso Coral, the Pretty Peacock, or the original one that I did is in Berry Burst? We'll be doing the Berry Burst one next. I'm just going to line this up. Put some dimensionals on the back. I'm using the edges of my dimensionals. I was out here a few minutes earlier, so I clipped all the little edges. There we go. Oops, it shifted a smidgen. Let's see if I can fix that. Yeah. So you have a little bit of wiggle room with this tape as well. There we go. Grab your mini glue dots. And I'm going to kind of position it so I'm covering up those little tiny holes. There we go. So there is the Pretty Peacock. Our last one, and then I will show you my little hidden secret that is sitting beside me. Let's see what this looks like with some of our other colors pop through. Let's see what that color that is. I don't know. I really think I just like this. I'm going to stick with what I know I like. But I'm going to move these around a little bit. There we go. So let's position them. It's hot in where I'm doing my Facebook Live, and my hands are kind of sweaty, and my paper keeps sticking to it. So that's why I'm struggling a smidgen. I have no idea why, but if you didn't know, I'm actually technically in a laundry room. We built the studio in case we ever had to sell it. It would turn into a mother-in-law suite. And we didn't need an extra washer and dryer because it's just my husband and I here. So we turned my studio washer and dryer area into my office. So I think it's because the air vent in a normal washer and dryer area isn't very big. So when the air conditioner is on in the craft room, it doesn't push much air into my office. And with all the lights and stuff that I have on, I think it just makes it a million times hotter. So soon, when it's cool enough outside, I'll be able to have the door open to do my lives. That I cannot wait for. I've already started opening the windows at night because it is cooling off at night just a little bit. It's enough to cool off the craft room without the air conditioner being on. So put this down. There we go. Let's do the stamping. And then I have one more thing to show you, and then I'll let you guys get back to your evening. So stamp the happy birthday. Oh, Berry Burst is so beautiful. Close that up. Let's put this down. And I might flip this one so it's up and down because some of my flowers are going up. You could definitely do it that way, and I don't think it would matter. But I think I might just flip this one around a little bit. Let's see how it would look. I think I like it right there. Grab your bow and voila. So fun, so cute, and definitely a little bit different. And you're using up all of your scraps. I did not cut into a 12 by 12 sheet. Well, I did, but that was just to show you the little extra piece that I got at the end. But that was all using the scraps from cutting for card bases. So don't throw those away, and you can recreate those. Okay, let me bring in this last piece that I was showing you or telling you about. So remember how I tell you I do things, when I do things in bulk, I will do an assembly line. So while I was cutting for the Facebook Live, I went ahead and cut for all of the cards that I need to send. So now all I have to do is glue them together. Everything's cut. My card bases are underneath. So when I'm sitting watching TV or in the mornings, if I'm not quite ready to come outside, but I still need to finish laundry or whatever, I can sit at my dining room table, put these together, and they are ready for the mail. So if you're cutting one, you might as well cut for a couple more. And if you have the paper, don't waste it. Throw it on some cardstock and look what you can create. I'll bring those in again for you. So this designer series paper is in the online exclusive. So it's not in any catalog, so it's only available online. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, Heather. Thanks for joining me. I will be back Tuesday for another live, but I won't be back next Thursday because that is the first day of our first fall retreat weekend. So if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. I am available. I am not going anywhere for the rest of the weekend, so I will definitely be at home by my computer. So if you need anything, definitely feel free to reach out. Have a great evening, and I will see everybody on Tuesday for another live. Bye-bye.